Here we go. Now we're recording again. All right, let's keep going. Okay. All right. Okay, so again, this is the formula. I figured we'd do another example or two. So let us calculate now the APY, okay, for an account, and the account pays 12% compounded daily. So again, we just need R and N, right? Well, R, right, that's the percent as a decimal. So in this case, it's 0.12. Now, N, it's compounded daily, so N would be 365. And that's why we have this stuff. Let me just get this going. That's why we have this formula, right? This is the formula, R, 0.12, N, 365, and this is what we get. And again, if you do this in a calculator, we get 0.1275, which is 12.75%. So that's the percent that the amount increases in the account. So if we have an account where this actually happens, our percent increase in the balance will be this. And just to help you guys see that, even though we had the formula from before, let's say our principal was $1,000. So now we're taking P0 into account, so to say, we're seeing what that is, into consideration. Okay, so how much after a year will there be? Well, we have 1,000 times 1 plus R over N, 0.12 over 365, raised to the 365 times 1. And so we get this. Then the APY, okay, so this is what we have. And now to calculate the relative change, right, we have the ending quantity minus the starting, which is the principal over the principal. And if you did this calculation, you would get this, which is very close to this amount. I mean, we should get this amount, but I think the reason we get this, although if we rounded, we would get that, it could be due to round-off error. You know, we are rounding, and that can, unfortunately, you know, introduce error. But we're very close, though, and that's good. That's what we wanted. All right, that's fun. Okay, there we go. So what we're going to do here is we're going to calculate the APY for each of these accounts. So these are the accounts that we dealt with before. But again, all we need is the APR, which in this case is 5%, and how many compounding periods there are in a year. So this is what we do, right? So for annually, right, hopefully you can see from the calculation, we have 1 plus R over N to the N. N is 1 in this case, so we get 0.05, which is the APR. No surprise there. Quarterly, right? It's being compounded 4 times a year, so N is 4. Do the calculation, we get this. Okay, we're making more money, in other words, than just compounding once. Although we kind of saw that the more it's compounded, you know, the more money we're going to earn. It's almost like simple interest is how much you earn at least, because you're not building, you don't have interest calculated on interest or interest accumulated on interest. Monthly, N is 12, as you can see. And if N is 365, that's daily, we have this. Okay, I know I didn't round the 2 decimal places. That's probably from before, but that's okay, I guess. I mean, you could actually do this for continuous compounding. I mean, the formula would be, I'm trying to think, I think it would involve E, but let's skip that for now. So here's what I want everyone to try. So basically, this is just another example. Again, you know, we have some time left over, so I figured it'd be good, instead of moving on, to the next chapter, which is chapter 6. No, I expect to go through chapter 6 on Thursday, but we'll see. I was going to say, so let's do some examples now. So here's an example I want everyone to do. So here we're depositing $23,000 into an account. We want to know the value of the investment. In other words, we want to know the balance after 10 years in each of these 4 cases. So let me stop the recording, and I want everyone to work on it now. All right. Okay, so let's do this together now. So again, this is just another example from the textbook, actually. I don't remember what number it is from the textbook, but I know it's in the textbook. You have a lot of good examples there. All right, so as we know, okay, so the initial amount you're depositing, right, $23,000 in the account, okay, that is your principal. Each case, you can see that your APR is 7%, so the R here is 0.07. It's 10 years in each case, so T is 10. So this is going to be your formula. It's just that in each of these 4 parts, your N will change. Actually, I shouldn't say each of the 4 parts, because in D, it's simple interest. All right. So here, we have, okay, so here in the first case, it's compounded annually, okay? So in that case, N is 1. N is 1 in that case, all right? Okay, just want to make sure it was on. So we get A is this, right? We have 1. So again, we're using this formula, N is 1, and this is what we end up with. In this case, our N is 12, right? Because again, it's compounded monthly, once a month. There are 12 months in a year, so N is 12. So we get that. And this is what we get over here then when you do that calculation. You know, we're earning more, so again, the more it's compounded, the more it's you're going to earn money. Here as well. Your N, okay, is 365 here because it's daily. So this is what you get. For simple interest, right, that's again, there's no compounding there. The total interest, capital I, is this, which you calculate this way, as you can see. Okay. So we got $23,000 times R, 0.07, time T is 10. We got $16,100. Capital A here is P0 plus I, right? That's just, you know, the principal plus interest. So we get this. You get the least amount here, as you can see. So it's almost like the simple interest is where you earn at least. Continuous compounding with that e to the RT, you can't earn more than that, as far as I know. And this is just another example. I figured it wouldn't hurt to do this. So I know I said here to let them try, but we're getting kind of close to the end. If we end early, that's okay though. So anyway, it's just the formula, right? We're using. We have 1 plus R over N to the N. So for the monthly, which is 12 times a year, we get this. 1 plus R over 12 to the 12, which is this amount, as you can see. Quick calculation, this is what you get, and then I convert it to a percent. Here, same thing. R, this case, is 5.8%. Semi-annually, as I said here, is twice a year, so N is 2. So in that case, we get this, N is 2 here. And daily, 365. Here, the APR is 4.7%. So we have this, and we get this amount. It's just a quick example with the APY. So, I mean, that's all I have for today.